Welcome to Inside the Vandals, a weekly show covering men's and women's basketball. Inside the Vandals is brought to you by the School of Journalism and Mass Media and by the Coeur d'Alene Casino, Hotel, Spa, and Resort.
Welcome to Inside the Vandals, brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Casino, Hotel, and Resort. I'm Harrison Lashinger.
And I'm Chris Dermer.
Chris, such an exciting this week for Vandal fans everywhere. It's homecoming today, events throughout the entire week. It's such an electric atmosphere right here in Moscow. We took on Portland State this past weekend. How did we play?
Yeah, Harrison, the Vandals really got beat at their own style of play on Saturday. Portland State controlled the clock for nearly 34 minutes and ran the football for 181 yards compared to the Vandals only getting 80 yards. When you think of Vandal football, you think of hard-nosed running and controlling time possession, but this time it was the Vikings winning with their Idaho successes.
I couldn't agree with you more, Chris. Both of our quarterbacks saw the field this past weekend. Mason Petrino started the game, had 2 interceptions early. Then Colton Richardson took the reins, had 2 interceptions as well. Neither quarterback passing 100 yards in total. It was just a rough day for Vandal fans as a whole. Coach Petrino had this to say about the game this past weekend and what we can expect against the Bengals right here in the Kibbie Dome. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, Coach, we played Portland State this past weekend. We had to travel to Hillsboro to play. It was a tied game at the end of the first half. Didn't have a great second half. After watching the film and analyzing that game, what were some of the takeaways for your team?
Probably the biggest thing is the first quarter we kind of dominated the game, but we didn't score any points. You know, we had the ball for 21, 22 plays. They had it for like 9. We went right down the field twice, but we didn't come away with points. We hurt ourselves with a couple penalties, and so that's really where it started. And I thought defense played really well the first half. Offense played well from 20 to 20 in the first quarter, but after that we just didn't play good enough offensively. So just got to come back this week, have a great week of practice, and win our homecoming.
Exactly. We're taking on Idaho State for homecoming this weekend. You're playing one of the best defenses in the Big Sky, top 5. What's your plan offensively to get past that?
Yeah, I think we just got to come out and execute. I think that's the biggest thing. I think you know, we've had some games where we've played really well. We played well at home, you know, offensively. So we just got to come out and everybody know their assignment. Everybody pay attention to detail and execute one play at a time.
And Ty Flanagan, the running back on Idaho State, having a great year, probably the best running back in the Big Sky this season as well. What's our plan defensively to stop him?
You got to tackle. He runs hard. He's a physical runner, so we got to tackle. We got to wrap up. We got to get a lot of people to the ball and gang tackle them and do a good job of tackling one play at a time.
And this weekend is homecoming. There's going to be a bunch of alumni in town. Everybody's super excited with all the events going on. I bet this place is going to be packed. The atmosphere is hopefully going to be electric with everybody here. What do you have to say to the Vandal fans for this game this weekend?
I'll come here and cheer these guys on. They work hard. They represent you well, and we've been very successful at homecoming in the last 6 years. We're 5-1, so let's go get another one. And the more the crowd can back them and support them, the harder they're going to play and the better chance we got to win.
I can't wait to see what happens this weekend. That's all the time we have. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Chris, the homecoming game, taking on the Idaho State Bengals right here in the Kibbie Dome. As you heard Coach Petrino say, it's going to be an awesome game. What are some of the things we should look out for?
Yeah, Harrison, Idaho State is going to be a tough task for this Vandal team, ranking top 5 in total defense in the Big Sky. And then on the opposite side of the ball, the Vandal defense will have to try to contain the top Big Sky rusher in the league, Ty Flanagan. But if there's anybody that can step up with that type of pressure, it will have to be edge rusher Charles Akanno.
When the lights shine the brightest, Charles Akanno doesn't escape from the pressure. Instead, the redshirt junior linebacker leads the Vandal defense with a strong mind for the game. The Vandal defensive line coach, Luther Ellis, says might go unnoticed.
I think just how smart he is and the understanding of the game and understanding what he needs to do to play well. So I think he's just a great student of the game, and I don't know if people recognize that because he is so athletic and he can do so many things. I think people sometimes overlook that he's a student of the game.
Akanno's journey to becoming a Vandal playmaker was far from conventional, but inspiration from family helped pave the path he's on today.
Started playing basketball at first. Didn't really think about football. Never really watched it, but when I started growing older, my brother actually played football, so just seeing him every day, it just sparked something in me to start playing football, and ever since then I've been loving it.
Once joining Idaho, Akanno's inspiration shifted to another former Idaho standout, Caden Ellis, forming a bond that has helped shape the player Akanno has become.
Like that guy, he's like one of the most hardworking players I've ever like been around, and I'm happy that I was able to play behind him.
Well, I think they help each other most, just helping each other understand, work through the pass rush techniques, how we should beat a certain guy, what we're looking to do, and then just encouraging each other to play well and go get it. So that's what I saw in their relationship, is that they both are very supportive of each other.
Despite the accolades, Akanno isn't focused on the personal success. Instead, the former National FCS Player of the Week believes this Idaho defense has a chance to be something special.
We're capable for greatness, man, and I just feel like we're like one unit, and it's gonna pay off at the end of the year. At the end of the year, we'll all be happy.
For Inside the Vandals, I'm Chris Dermer.
Thank you so much for joining us on Inside the Vandals. Coming up right now, Idaho versus Idaho State right here in the Dome. We will see you next time.